Leave him out there. I think that's the right call. Notable that the yellow card rather came too from back talk, not from the play itself. And Stetson, the only shutout Jacksonville has posted all year was against the Stetson Hatters, but they've only allowed more than 2 goals twice. Nice little count.
With a long boot. Oh, we go for an offensive run. State. Run attempt here for Caleb George. Quickly gets stopped by Jacksonville.
So there's only 2 defenders back there with Fajardo. So if North Florida gets dispossessed, they're open for this kind of great in the air. Very valuable piece for Mauricio Ruiz.
Keep going, guys. Keep going, guys.
Has it taken away.
It's a good recovery by DeMello to deny the chance to Bennett, and the play kind of broke down after that.
Now a deflection almost went in the favor of A.J. Williams. Eventually.
Good job, Ian.
Arizona and convinced the young man to transfer over here to Jacksonville. And after Friday's game-winning goal and instant stunner against North Florida, isn't everybody happy?
And now it's going far side. Starting with... Oh, it's a deep...
And in this River City Rumble, nothing is unexpected.
I like that from DeMello. That's a midfielder coming down to help out. North Florida tilted the field.
He did get tripped up, and luckily got a late flag, but...
Jacksonville not even going to attempt to go forward with this free kick. Why would you? Either with his hamstring. How much movement can he put on in that situation?
Right, do you bring in the redshirt freshman Eli Lastly like Lipscomb did on Friday? They brought the reserve in for PKs.
That was unbelievable. What a run this has been for the Bisons. Jackson
half. And these 2 teams still tied up at 1. Quarterfinal action in DeLand, Florida, as the Stetson Hatters are in the house, scouting out who might.
And Upstate maybe through a through ball. We'll see. Trying to
saw Lufkin and Morgan sit out the last match, so they know how teams need to play when they're down a man, and it's almost the flip side, the psyche of...
His cross to the back post.
There's only 10 men. They're not going to have that extra body to go get those opportunities. And then went to PKs where Lipscomb brought on a new goalie that didn't play the rest of the match.
Miles Brown will certainly rue his chance.
For Stetson with 9 men. And Coulomb is playing a more advanced position, although he'll track back into the midfield as well.
And then for Jacksonville.
Goalkeeper who can't possibly be 100% today after missing Friday's match with a hamstring injury. And Patrick Harding, not a man to miss a match.
Hopkins. Hopkins watched by Jimenez, who has assisted on 2 of the end.
Saunders and Bryson Pink, who's on the ball here, have earned his trust.
This one will swing in toward the goal, punched out of the 6-yard box by Harding. As the Sun tries to peek through.
Other side!
From Riley. This man can run.
Really doesn't mean anything because one goal happens and next thing you know the second one happens before you can even blink an eye. So
now it's interesting if you're Jackson.
Across field. Doesn't end in much, but ball is now out and is going for Vermont.
kind of opens the floodgates for you.
Lipscomb with 8 shots already. They're out shooting their opponent 8-4, and they find themselves in a 3-goal deficit. If they were to lose this game and then North Florida were to lose to USC Upstate, but last we checked late in that North Florida game, it was the Osprey.
With that front 3 or 4 that they were in the first half. I loved it in the first 5 minutes of the half, but since then, since North Florida kind of found their sea legs.
Pass the ball! When they do, it's definitely cause for celebration. The assist once again will go to Jimenez.
24 seconds to go. Final thrust here for Jacksonville. Debutante.
Running number 9. Sacramento, and ball just
4 or 5 defenders here. We really have seen just 2 or 3 of them at times, as their offensive units have been creeping forward here on the.
good foot on the ball. Back to George, and FGC.
Jacksonville, a venture forward. Mitchell Hopkins.
Play it. Sure. Oh, as I say that, deep shot. Cross field. Quickly stopped by Jacksonville.
Back in as he now heads to the sideline as a substitute. Sakau, such a strong player.
With Hopkins and Beauplan.
This is where you park the bus. Nunez can't. And eventually squandered, but Mitchell Hopkins with an opportunity there.
That's the left back.
Muchili.
Just a really interesting decision here by Ruiz to, I mean, Jacksonville is going forward. They're
Harding's stat line, 4 total saves. A couple big ones, as you mentioned.